Capacity. Memorial Stadium, 85,000 people. Michigan Stadium, 107,601 people. Narvin Stadium, 88,500 people. Metropolitan Downtown, RNA, 18,000 people. Bank of America Stadium, 74,000 people. Deaths from the Holocaust. 6 million Jews. 2 million Poles. 500,000 Gypsies. Hello, everyone. Today, I will explain Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. A book recommended by the young success story Iman Gaji, who has an asset of $85 million at the age of 24. Gaji focuses on how individuals in extreme situations maintain their mental state and survive. In the video, Iman Gaji says, "This is a true story based on Viktor Frankl's first-hand experiences in the Nazi concentration camps. The fact that he found the courage to turn such a harrowing experience into a book is remarkable in itself. Reading this book humbles you and makes you reconsider the context of your own life. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, as an entrepreneur, you may hit rock bottom, whether it's due to a failed business, having to lay off staff, or investments gone wrong. In those moments, you are faced with a decision: keep moving forward or give up. This book helps you realize how fortunate you are in your current situation and cultivates gratitude for where you stand. It teaches you to find purpose in any circumstance and gives you the strength to believe that, even if you lose everything, there will still be this left. And this is the only element you need to move forward and live a fulfilled life." What does Iman Gaji mean by the this that remains in the end? Let's explore it together. What is particularly noteworthy about this book is that Frankl, who was a clinical psychiatrist and psychologist at the time, recorded in detail his mental state as he was unjustly imprisoned in a concentration camp, simply because he was Jewish and was forced to work under terrible conditions along with other prisoners. Now, before we dive into the main topic, let's consider for a moment. What do you think was the greatest pain felt by prisoners in the concentration camps during the Holocaust? One of the most infamous genocides carried out by Nazi Germany? According to Frankl, it was not knowing when this hellish state would end. This was not just a personal feeling for Frankl. Other prisoners echoed the same sentiment. When I encountered this question in the book, I instinctively imagined hunger, physical pain from torture, and the fear of death from execution. But the answer was entirely different. So, let's delve into the content of the book. The title, Night and Fog, refers to a plan devised by the Nazis to capture those who oppose the regime under the cover of darkness. Many may anticipate a terrifying story, focusing solely on the horrors of concentration camps. But this book delves into the mental states of people plunged into extreme despair. It reveals how these individuals dealt with the absurdity of their situation and sought hope for the future. Section 1: Background of Viktor Frankl. Logotherapy focuses on helping individuals facing existential crises and psychological distress find meaning in their lives. Frankl dedicated his life to rescuing those in despair and left an indelible mark on the world, passing away at the age of 92 in 1997. His work is recognized worldwide. Chapter 2: Historical Background. Early acts of antisemitism included harassment of Jewish-owned businesses and restrictions on citizenship. The Nuremberg laws, enacted in 1935, stripped Jews of their citizenship and prohibited marriages between Jews and non-Jews. Subsequently, Jews were forcibly imprisoned and executed. Chapter 3: Frankl's imprisonment in 1941. It is important to note that the primary background of Night and Fog is not just Auschwitz, but also the horrors experienced in Dachau. This misunderstanding can lead readers to misinterpret the main backdrop. Chapter 4: Life in the concentration camps as a psychologist. Upon arrival, Frankl and others faced immediate selection, an arbitrary decision that would determine their fate. About 90 of those transported were sent to gas chambers shortly thereafter. Frankl and a few others were deemed suitable for labor and temporarily managed to survive. However, this survival came with immense psychological suffering. Frankl describes the shock of imprisonment, which was a deep fear that led some to attempt suicide. Over time, many prisoners became numb to their circumstances and lost their emotion. They became observers of their suffering, and Frankl referred to this as soul armor. This emotional numbness was a survival mechanism, allowing them to focus only on basic emotion. Chapter 5: The Role of Love and Hope. Unbeknownst to him at the time, Frankl's wife had been sent to another camp and ultimately died. This realization highlights the tragic irony of his situation. He was grappling with his reality, while clinging to the hope that his wife had survived. Chapter 6: The Importance of Purpose. Throughout, Frankl argues that meaning and purpose are essential for survival, especially in extreme adversity. He asserts that to maintain hope in the face of suffering, one must find meaning in their experiences. His insights suggest that a lack of hope leads to despair and ultimately causes one's spirit to break. One of the most significant parts of the book, in my opinion, is when Frankl realizes the love for his wife and repeatedly envisions her, stating that the question of whether she was alive or dead no longer mattered. It was no longer about whether he would be reunited with his wife at another camp. Rather, it was about having the vision of his beloved wife in his heart, where a steadfast love would prevent the final flame from extinguishing. Chapter 7: Accepting Life's Challenges. Frankl believes that everyone has a unique mission in life, and it is crucial to pursue that mission with conviction. His philosophy suggests that even in suffering, one can find deep meaning, thus transforming despair into a source of strength. Conclusion. In conclusion, Frankl emphasizes that no matter how dark the situation, we must say yes to life and affirm our existence and the values we cherish. As we reflect on Frankl's journey, let us remember the importance of finding meaning in life, especially when facing difficult circumstances. When I read this book, I was profoundly moved, having never known such extreme mental and physical conditions. And I am grateful that a psychologist encountered such a situation, survived, published a book, and shared with future generations how to endure extreme conditions. If this exploration of night and fog has been helpful, I encourage you to read the book for yourself. Frankl's words have the power to guide and comfort those struggling against despair. Thank you for watching until the end, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.